So it's here, ladies and gentlemen. It is finally here. The world is of you, the animation. After seeing this, I'm like, dude, you have no excuse not to make Kingdom Hearts now. No excuse. Disney, get your lazy ass up and stop being stingy. You like money, right? Well, let's whatever anime studio, not animation studio from America, but Japan, please make a freaking Kingdom Hearts show. Why not? I heard there's a rumor of it that's happening, but we don't know what's going to happen, which it should have been happening. Just saying. But then again, the World View anime just came out, probably over a decade since it was released. So there's that. Well, anyways, before I get into talking about the anime, let me tell you how I gotten into the world into view. It was around when I was in the 12th grade taking a college course, and I heard about Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance for the 3DS. So I was like, okay, I gotta get this game. But I was wondering who were these characters that weren't Final Fantasy characters in my Kingdom Hearts game. They look pretty cool, and yet they actually look like they fit in with Sora in the game. Who are they? Then a dude beside me said, "Oh, they're from the World's View." What? So I went looking up and I saw the gameplay of it. It looked very interesting. And this is where I also ran into one of the first YouTube channels I ever subscribed to. And this was during the golden age of YouTube, where everyone was actually putting effort into their videos and creating content instead of just commentary these days or vlogs. Yeah, YouTube now sucks. That's all I'm saying. YouTube back then was amazing. Like so many animations, so many 3D animations, so many independent projects. It was just crazy back then. It sucks now. Well, anyways, they were doing the Tweety shorts, and they would always use the misadventures, where they always do random stuff or references for other things, and they even did their own prediction of how Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance would be. And then sometime after that, the channel kind of went dead. In fact, more videos start leaving the platform thanks to YouTube's stricter rules. So some people was able to scavenge most of the videos, but not all of them, unfortunately. So they're lost forever. I know it sucks. So because of this, I got into it. I got the game for the DS, and I started playing it. Like, wow, this is amazing. It was something I felt like it was ahead of its time. You play as two characters at the same time, or you can leave one on auto with the partner. You play as Neku with the pin, and you play as the partner with the control pad or the directional pads. Any way you want to. You can shake, tap, slash, zip, even shout into the DS, and Neku will do an amazing power depending on the pins you collect. And not only that, certain pins you could use in certain areas depending on the popularity of a certain brand that was popular in that area, or unless you found a way to influence the brand by keep wearing it at the same time, by shoving down people's throats. You can also shop for clothes and other pins at different stores, and the people who work at the stores will have an opinion on you to determine how you shop at a store. If you're going window shopping, they'll think like, "Oh God, just leave." But if you keep buying stuff, they're like, "Wow, you're my favorite customer. Let me give you a discount." You can even get points by eating food in this game. Returning the low quality of the food, they'll say at least it's edible. But you get some really good stuff, they will really compliment you, as in it's delicious, that's good, or my personal favorite, it's a party in my mouth. Seriously, Pete, party in my mouth. Oh my god, that had me cracking. There was just so much in the game you could do, from the character designs, even the way the world was set up, and everything. It was just a game that was very different. Even the guy from Zero Production who was reviewing the game, who's known for shitting on games like these, didn't know what to feel about the game because it was too unique to really know what to think about it. A game like this has never been seen before and is yet to be seen again to this very day. That's how special the world is of you is, and how much it should be preserved within a gaming library, in history itself, for how unique it is. So that being said, after so many years later, we got our anime and a sequel. And here is the anime. How do I feel about the anime? Well, let's talk about the good stuff first. I do have mixed feelings about this anime. First of all, the nostalgia. Nostalgia hits you like a ton of bricks, man. You drive into the wall and you see the wall, but you don't even care because you just want to let it all go. And speaking of that, I like the music. The music came back, even with some new soundtracks. Um, I like the animation. I like the art. The art feels nice. Has a little bit of a neo color to it, just like the game. And it even has the CG. It has a lot of CG in it actually, but I don't mind it. I don't mind the CG at all. Actually, it's pretty good. I enjoy it. Now, that being said, um, the bad things is how what you expect from it. I'm not entirely mad with what you expect. When you're going to adapt a video game which is hours long, especially a Japanese video game, and you only get like what 12, 13 episodes, expect to have a very not so well adapted story. Because when you play a JRPG, even a small one such as Tales of Hearts, there's so much content and character development between the characters and the world. There's no way you can stuff it even within 24 episodes. You want to get a properly well-made adapted story. But that's the point of an adaptation. It doesn't do every nook and cranny, but it do the best to its ability to at least appease the customer. And I am the customer. So am I pleased? I guess I am. I'm confused. I need more time with relishes because they've already done 3 days. 3 days in one episode. Neku wakes up, but it's not like how Rizzy was where he's saying stop talking or go the hell away or something. All the world needs is me, so, my own damn business, Neku. And he actually supposed to have one pen. He sees one pen he's flipping up, and he's able to read people's minds. Not by just touching them and he can scan them. He was able to actually, just read their minds at a certain distance. I guess it's different from the anime. And he's running away, and there he meets Shiki, and she tells him to grab their hand, and they start fighting. They're fighting, the noise, and you see the calling. You can hear the calling. That song, like, oh boy, it's hitting me. It's hitting me. The nostalgia, baby. Yes. Why was this game remade in 3D instead of that shitty Switch version? Why? Why? Well, anyways, I'm sorry I'm very hyped because this game is one of my most favorite games of all time. So, of course, I'm extremely hyped about this anime. But I'm not expecting to have a good job. I'm expecting them to do an okay job. But for them to rush it that fast, I'm like, damn, they rushed it. The first episode, I was expecting them to rush because, it's just the first episode. Not much really happened. He meets Shiki, he ignores her a little, then they go off to the UG, into the 10-4, and then day's over with. But however, I do like how they just wake up. Like imagine you're in this world, no one sees you, you're just passing by. And I guess to kill you from boredom and torment, instead of just wandering around after the mission, you just black out, and then you wake back up on the street. Right on the street, man, just middle of the street. And who cares? Like you're gonna get killed. Everything goes through you. I'm just saying, that's some weird shit right there. Just wake up in the middle of the street. Like, what the? Did I get jacked? Was I that high or stoned, man? Was I drunk? And just wake up in the middle of the street like, oh man, not again. But anyways, then they went to the second episode, which things were kind of different, where Beat and them they meet Beat and Rhyme, and then how they showed the two powerful Reapers showing up, and then how Neku almost Darth Vader Shiki. Yeah, this was a meme back then, where Neku was Darth Vader Shiki, and I don't like the way he did it. The thing about anime sometimes is that they always make the character less dark than they actually were in the original content. Like sometimes if you're a fan of the source material, something you see in anime, I hear this a lot where like, hey, this character seems to be a lot more kinder or a lot less of a jerk than he was in the source material. That's how it is sometimes. I don't know why they do this. I guess to appease a bigger crowd, an audience. I guess they don't think they can take it, but I can take it. I'm man enough. But anyways, it was like the negative emotions and the noise were influencing him to choke the life out of Shiki, but that's not what happened. Neku made this choice on his own. is how desperate he was to leave the UG, the underground. All she did is tell him, all she tricked him by saying, kill your partner and I can set you free. And he did it literally on his own volition, as we saw in the game. But I guess they want to soften it up. I guess they know he was being influenced by the noise. Like, BS, man. Big fat BS right there. Neku was a total asshole, a jerk who wouldn't listen to no one. He didn't trust no one because he didn't know anything about himself either. But at the same time, he his past experience that he didn't remember still affected him in some way, where he didn't want to deal with no one. You know, he like just leave me alone. That's all he was. But they kind of failed at delivering that. It was more of this Neku felt like more of a guy who's just confused about everything. He's just confused, instead of him just being a total jerk like he was in the game. But I like that because it caused development. He stopped being less of a jerk throughout the game. For an entire 3 weeks, he had a total eclipse of a personality, and it was good to watch. He saw this character you're playing become a total asshole to a dude who's like, okay, man, I realize everyone else got their problems, so I need to stop bitching and try to open up a bit more. That's exactly how it was, but they didn't do that, so that's one of the things I'm going to complain about. Then they did the third date. I do understand why they skip these dates and change things up, I guess, to make the story flow, but yet again, you can't, I don't think they can do a full day, because the entire game has 3 weeks in it, you know? 3 weeks he deals with 3 different partners. So for that to happen, for that to work, there's no way unless they give him at least 20 episodes tops for this to be well adapted. But they can't do that. They don't have that time, people. I'm sorry. So instead, we got 12 or 13 episodes or so. Hell, even probably less. Some anime these days only have 11 to 10 episodes now. That's just how it is. But anyways, Neku himself in the third day try to trust Shiki a little bit more. He's a total tsundere in this thing, and this time they're meeting other people that they help out. That Reapers that are total buttholes. So there's an entire system of Reapers. There's the composer, the conductor, and then there's the officers, and there's the henchmen. That's the field Reapers, the ones that just go around, the lackeys. There's those kind of Reapers, and then there's the players. And then there's the noise. So they have 7 days to survive. In 7 days, they have collected enough points they can. I'm not gonna spoil it for you, for you anime only watchers out there. Well, anyways, that was the world is you. I like the music, of course. Music's always good. It's always good. Square Enix always does good music, so I'm never surprised with good music. But the thing about this Square Enix game that it was so unique, even not just as Square Enix game, but as a game as a whole, but also especially a Square Enix game. You never seen people with these kind of just modern fashionable clothes in Shibuya. This is very a Shibuya-ish style of fashion back then. So it was completely different from Square Enix games, or doing the Final Fantasy, or even they did futuristic Final Fantasy stuff. The clothes weren't just modern. When you really think about it, there's not a lot of Square Enix games out there. Japanese Square Enix, by the way. There's not a lot of Japanese Square Enix games out there where you deal with main characters that are from a modern age. You don't do that. Because I dare not speak the name that is the American Square Enix. American Square Enix sucks, and we all know it. So anyways, that's all I got for this video. Like I said, I'm still open-minded. I'm still trying to process whether or not I like this. Part of me does like this. It does. But at the same time, it's like, might be kind of, fast off. We'll have to wait and see. So anyways, thanks for sticking around this long. It's been kind of a lengthy video, but this is a very special thing, hold dear to my heart, just like Mushoku Tensei. You know how much I love Mushoku Tensei. So anyways, if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon. This has been Madcrownxox on Madden, signing out.